Why didn't you just let me save you, Rick? I'm good at it. I saved everybody at the sanctuary, the outpost, Hilltop, Kingdom. I saved them all. Their kids grow up safe. They didn't lose one after we took over. All those people were doing just fine before Rick Grimes.
Hey guys, Kiwi here. In this video, I'll be breaking down and analyzing the character Negan from The Walking Dead, along with pulling a few examples from the comics as well in order to discuss just what Negan's mindset is and why he truly believes in himself. Yes, the man is full of ego, but there is much more to it than just that. Negan is such a brilliant character in the world of The Walking Dead, which is why he is so popular and beloved by both TV show and comic book fans alike, even if they do hate him for what he's done. With that being said, major warning for everything in the show and the comics up until the end of All Out War, along with most of the build-up for the new beginning leading into the Whisper War.
People are a resource. Money on the table.
People are the foundation of what we are building here!
So, although the Saviors just seem like a bunch of bullies extorting resources from hardworking communities, it didn't always start out like that. Originally, Negan did create the Saviors to save people. He would kill one to save many others as they would all fall in line and listen to his command. The thing about Negan is that he is the only Savior out of all of them who can effectively lead the way he can. Yes, they have a hierarchy, so if Negan did die, a different Savior could hypothetically replace him and life would go on, but things just wouldn't be the same. In episode 805, we saw just how chaotic the Sanctuary and Saviors become when Negan isn't there to keep everyone in line. While Negan was trapped outside with Gabriel, Simon, Dwight, and the other lieutenants attempted to calm down the civilians and take care of the situation. They were unable to effectively deal with the issues at hand, so thank God Negan walked around the corner just in time to shut everyone up. This was meant to prove to Gabriel as much as it was meant to prove to us that Negan is truly a hero in the eyes of many civilians simply because he keeps them safe. Yes, it can be a cruel system, but inside the sanctuary walls is still better than out in the apocalypse on your own.
Well, and then we're gonna get back to doing what we have always done. We will save people.
Thank you, Negan. Thank God for you.
And that is why I am here.
Negan has become jaded to killing people because he's done it so much. The first time Negan killed someone with Lucio was because they were a rapist asshole. Yes, that person did deserve to die, and yes, Negan did get everyone else to fall in line and stop being such assholes by killing that one person. This is from the Here's a Negan comic, and we may see that in the show during a flashback in season 9.
I took this place. It was a damn free-for-all. This confederation of assholes, an army made up of gangs of animals, and I brought it all together. The last guy that was in charge, he wasn't in charge of shit. He allowed people to be weak. I don't. I make them strong, which makes this world strong.
Anyways, because of this method of ruling with fear, Negan became so used to trying to get complete assholes to fall in line, and the only way to do that was to alpha them all by killing one of them in front of everyone else. Negan became so jaded to this that he started doing it to just everyone he met. Yes, Rick killed an entire outpost of Negan's men before they had even met, so Negan did have reason to be mad at Rick and make his people fall in line, but he did this because he truly believes that it will teach them a lesson and they will actually walk out better people from it, and that they will actually fall in line under him and become yet another part of his hierarchy.
So you kill the right people at the right time, everything falls into place. But you kill one and you could be saving hundreds more, and that is what we are all about. We save people.
Since Negan became so jaded to killing one right off the bat, he didn't recognize the moment that he killed Glenn and Abraham was the moment that Rick would not work with him anymore. When Negan mentions this, he almost acts like he kills people right off of the bat to save them all and that they don't understand him, but he does it anyways because he knows it's the right thing to do. If only Negan and Rick could cooperate, Negan could truly be shown the correct way to lead. This almost happens at the end of All Out War in the comics, where Negan actually listens to reason for once. Right before he loses the final battle, him and Rick discuss the possibility of setting up a trading system between communities, essentially living as equals. Now, this was just a distraction for Rick to get close enough himself to Negan, but Negan was genuinely falling for it, and it seemed like he was literally blown away by the idea of being equals with Rick and having a trading community. It was obviously too little too late, but he was finally willing to work alongside Rick. Here's Negan shows his experience in the zombie apocalypse up until he creates the Saviors, and it further shows how hopeless he saw everyone. Negan just got annoyed and fed up with how quickly people would die around him, as they would get killed so quickly that he just stopped caring. The more that people died around him, the more his mindset changed to believe that every survivor he'd come across would be just as useless. Since Negan believes that most if not all survivors are hopeless all on their own, he uses his leadership skills to bring people together in order to get shit done, make shit happen, and survive. Negan figures that everyone individually is just a useless dumbass that needs to be ordered around in a group in order to do something productive. This is why Negan grew to love the idea of people being the best resource you can have. Negan only originally became the leader because he was sick and tired of people dying around him. He seemed to be the only one with enough of a brain to order people around efficiently. That being said, once he started doing so, he truly realized how much he could get accomplished with all these people working for him. I can see how Negan would become obsessed with trying to get everyone he finds to fall in line and work for him, although from an outside point of view, it definitely isn't fair. When the Saviors approached Daryl, Abraham, and Sasha on the road in the Season 6 mid-season premiere, they were straight up going to kill them for no reason, and then go back to their communities and take all their shit. This is straight up extortion, and I shouldn't need to explain any further why that is simply not okay. Yes, Negan does have his people clear out any nearby zombies that get close to the communities that they extort, but that's just a very thin excuse that they use in order to continue doing what they do. I could better understand Negan keeping all the civilians in the sanctuary safe, but it is definitely unnecessary and out of hand to extort other communities the way he does. Due to Negan's life experiences, along with his adventure in the zombie apocalypse up until he met Dwight and Sherry and created the Saviors, his mindset changed into believing such things. He became hardened in killing people, setting examples, leading with fear, along with manipulating and harassing communities and individuals to get what he wants. Negan makes damn sure that he stays the alpha male of everyone around him, and it's gone to the point that people worship him like they are almost some low-key kinda cult. Simon acts like he's becoming some sort of big bad guy for the back half of Season 8, and it's starting to give Negan even more redeeming qualities. As if Negan didn't already have redeeming qualities because he doesn't allow rape and things like that, Simon wants to murder everyone, but Negan denies that option, stating that it's the easy way out and that they need to save people, not kill them all. Negan is a very humanized character, and I enjoy how they've given him an actual reasoning behind his mindset. Even if someone is a villain, they are the hero of their own story, and this very much applies to Negan. He also isn't a mustache-twirling villain like the governor was. Negan is very much a real person with real goals who believes that he is doing the correct things for everybody around him.
You see, I stop people from dying. I am the answer. You could have just let me save all of you. I mean, that's why I killed your friends in the first place.
Negan truly believes that what he's doing is the best that things can get, and it will take him being locked in a prison for multiple years over the time skip for him to finally start to realize that people can survive without being terrorized to live under fear. We'll most likely see this in the show as well, but in the comics, Negan does literally everything he can to attempt to redeem himself in the eyes of Rick post All-Out War. Everything Negan does after he gets locked up in a jail cell is to try and slowly build trust between Rick and his family. There are many points during the New Beginning where Negan either proves his loyalty beyond a reasonable doubt, or an instance where he literally saves the life of a main character such as Rick. I could go in depth on all the redeeming qualities that Negan shows during the New Beginning, and maybe I will devote an entire video to that in the future, but my point here is that Negan can be a good person. He can be taught and shown the correct way of life, and he can learn from it. I said this at the beginning of the video, but near the end of All Out War, Negan finally listened to Rick and realized that they could set up an equal trading system between their communities, and it blew his goddamn mind. Once Negan was proved that his way of ruling was wrong, he started to truly realize that what he used to do was wrong, and he does end up feeling incredibly guilty about killing people such as Glenn. So there you have it. I'll wrap up the video here with a quick summary. Due to Negan's life experiences, he became hardened to people dying around him, as all he would do is shake his head at how useless they all are. Due to his ability to shut shit down and put people in line, he was put in a position where he was able to lead large groups of people to survival. He has logical reasoning as to why his mindset is the way it is, but it's not the best way to go about things. Negan has definitely gotten out of hand in a lot of major ways. Now he'll need to finally fall in line himself and learn a lesson or two from Rick's way of leading. I'm very excited to see the new beginning Rick-Negan conversations as they discuss leadership along with the future, but I'll save all of that comic book talk for a different video another time. But just taking the last scene of episode 8-10, if we can get a bunch more of that Negan-Rick conversation back and forth, oh, I love it. I'm so excited. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down below, but that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I'd appreciate a like on the video if you've enjoyed anything I've said today, as it really helps get my video out there for more people to see. Feel free to subscribe for more Walking Dead Season 8 content in the near future, and if you'd like to take that extra step in helping support my videos, consider checking out my Patreon. There's a bunch of different rewards involving the channel, such as a chance to directly influence the videos being produced, link in the description. It isn't necessary by any means, but it could really help in the long run. And as always, I thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.
You can't save me, or my people, or even yours. You can't save anyone because you don't care about anyone. You use people to bring you food, to sleep with you, to protect you.